Good morning. Where's Eddie? There he is. Yes, tell him, Eddie. This is his birthday today. Laurie, come on over, Eddie. Laurie is the police officer that gets to take care of Eddie all the time, and he lives with you, doesn't he, Laurie?
Yes, he does.
Yes, and then you bring him into work every day, and then he runs loose, more or less, around the station.
Right.
Is that right, gentlemen and ladies? Yes, it's true. And so he's become your mascot. And of course, before we let you have him as your mascot, he was our guest at our parade last year in June. Is that right? You don't remember? That is in May. Oh, well, they saw him at the end of the parade. At the parade last year, Eddie was only about that big, and he led the parade. And we're hoping that he'll get permission from the chief to lead our parade this year in May.
I think that's okay.
You think that's going to work? Good. So this is Eddie. But you know, first of all, why don't we show a very nice welcome to the police chief and to all of the officers that are here today. We as a school are so proud to have all of the police officers as our friends because we know that they are there every day making sure that our community is very, very safe. Isn't that right? Plus, we've got the DARE who comes in and always helps us to know and learn about the bad news that drugs is. So that's a big help to us. But Chief, Mr. Tim Lowry, our Chief of Police, and also a parishioner here at Sacred Heart. Most of you know that too. And he and his wife Laurie are good parishioners. So Eddie is kind of special, isn't he? Because normally police dogs are working. Tell us about that.
So Eddie, okay, so we have 4 canine dogs that the Florissant Police Department. 3 of them are more the traditional canine officer. Actually, my officer Arthur down here, he's one of our regular canine handlers, and those are German Shepherd dogs also. But those are dogs that they're more like working dogs. They chase down bad people. They search for drugs. They can sniff out drugs and bombs and things like that. Well, Eddie's a lot different than that. Eddie is more of a community service dog. And he's a dog that you guys can pet, we can play with, and we bring him to events like this, he goes to parades, and Eddie's more of just a dog that we can enjoy. The other dogs are working dogs, and you don't want to pet those guys, and I always worry around the police station that Michael had Officer Arthur have his dog going around the station, and I'll think it's Eddie, and I'll go and pet him, and the next thing I know, I get bit. No, that's just kidding. But no, they're definitely 2 different types of things, but Eddie's one that you guys can enjoy, you can pet, he loves to play, he just has a lot of good times, he has a lot of fun with people.
So, Chief, what you're saying is one of the trained dogs, they get a lot of training. How much training do they get?
Well, like when we assigned a dog to Officer Arthur, we spent 10 weeks with training his dog. They go down to St. Louis Canine Academy for 10 weeks. Officer Arthur is there every day with the dog. And they actually train on these different aspects of law enforcement so that they can become working dogs. And then, like I said, they can search for drugs and bad people, bombs, things like that. And the other thing they can do is they can also search for people that are lost also. So he spends a lot of time in training, we spend a lot of time. Eddie, we spend a lot of time, and maybe Laurie can explain some of the training that we've done with Eddie, like obedience and some of those things real quick.
Yeah, so we're just trained. I just went on a class to get him for the trailing dog, which is where they can search for lost kids. So we just haven't tested on that, and I think he's going to work on that. But mainly it's around being kids. We want to do a physical ed where he goes through the tunnels. But he's kind of spoiled, you think?
Laurie, tell us some of the places you've taken Eddie, some of the fun places where he is an ambassador.
Eddie has been to, well, your parade was the first one last year.
Yay! We were first.
Yes.
He did well.
He's been in several of the schools. He's been in Ferguson, Florissant. He, for early childhood development, he has been in a Halloween party for our Hazelwood School District. He's been in Bentwood Nursing Home. He's been in, he's been to many places. The polar
He just did a
plunge
polar plunge
He
with
did
us.
a polar plunge last week to raise money for special
What was
Olympics.
that? Tell me what that is.
Eddie jumped in the cold water.
No way. He did?
He might have been dragged.
And the Chiefs
So did I, yeah, that was, and most of these guys did too.
at Creveport Park.
Yes. So he did that to fundraise for Special Olympics. So we like doing a lot of community service things.
Now, wasn't he in the chief's office at the beginning and something happened? Didn't Eddie get in trouble? What did he do?
So Eddie comes into my office, like Eddie, he like owns the police station, so Eddie comes into my station. And I golf, and I'm not very good at it, but I do got a couple of trophies.
I can help you.
Yeah, I need some help, you can golf with me. And so Eddie walks over to my bookcase and steals one of my golf trophies. And he's walking out the door with it. You can't steal the Chiefs golf trophies, right? Especially when he's not that good.
He had it in
He
his
doesn't
mouth.
know, yeah, I can't do that.
Like he runs the place.
Right, it's like he's in charge. And then I go out of town, I take a little vacation. Next thing I know, Eddie's sitting at my desk. And they're taking pictures of me. Eddie's in charge. I got to tell you, everybody around the station said it was the best one they ever had. When I was gone, and Eddie was in charge.
Oh, by the way, when you were gone on his birthday, he was in your desk again.
That's what I heard. I heard I was going again, and Eddie's on my desk. So.
Eddie, there's no cake for you today.
And I do want to mention one more thing, and we'd be remiss not to do this. But the lady sitting back on the bleachers in the white shirt, Sherry, I want to give her a round of applause because Sherry's actually the one that donated Eddie to the police department.
Yay, Sherry.
She donated the dog, and where Eddie gets his name is Sherry's husband passed away several years ago, and he was a county police officer, and he passed away. So she donated the dog in his honor, and his name was Ed Ovich. Thus, we named the dog, or she, I think, named the dog Eddie in honor of him. So that's why we got Eddie, and this was actually Sherry's idea, and she's the one that donated the dog to the police department in honor of her husband. Thank you, Sherry.
So, Chief Lowry, what I learned from you today is Eddie is a police dog, but he's a real fun police dog. But that if we see a policeman with a police dog, we should always be respectful because he's trained and we wouldn't want to go right up and start petting him.
That is correct. Yeah, Eddie, you can pet all anytime you want. Whenever you see Lori with Eddie, Eddie's always able to be petted. But when you see Officer Arthur with his dog, don't approach Officer Arthur and his dog as you would Eddie, though, because he's more trained to attack. And not that his dog's not friendly, but his dog is trained differently.
Chief, I know our kids live all over the neighborhood here in Florissant, so they see some of these officers. So it might be nice right now if we went down the line and should we have them introduce themselves and maybe what they do?
Yep.
Great. Guys?
Hi, my name is Tim Fagan. I'm the major at the police department, so I'm the assistant police chief.
Hello, Vince Gaffney, I'm the captain of the police department, sergeant uniform division. Tom Reinbold, I'm a sergeant with the BFO, Bureau of Field Operations.
Kyle Feldman, patrolman. You guys probably see me around the church quite a bit.
Who fan? I'm just a patrolman. I'm new to the department. 3-4 months in.
My name is also Arthur. I'm one of our canine officers in the city of Florissant. As I said, if you see me, you're fine to approach me, talk to me. I can show you my dog, but it has to be in a controlled setting. So don't come up and just assume it's like Eddie. But you can also, by any means, come up to us, talk to us about dogs. We're more than willing to talk to you guys.
My name is Mike Mahaffey. I'm a sergeant with the police department. All of my kids went to this school. Every one of them went to Sacred Heart. So you guys keep working good because it worked out real well for all of them.
Because you're the chief donut tester. He's good too.
My name is Randy Bowman. I'm a captain with the city of Florissant, and I run the Bureau of Support Services.
Officer D. Hart, I'm the Community Relations Officer in the Public Information Officer.
And guys, thank you for taking the time to be with us here today. You honor our school, you honor our kids. Should we give Eddie a little piece of cake, maybe? It's his birthday, Molly. Yes. Just a little piece. It's the dog flavoring, you know, that dogs like.
He was already sniffing and I was waiting.
Was he
for him to take a
sniffing?
bite of it.
I noticed he was sniffing. Eddie, you keep your nose out of this cake. Eddie, how about that? Oh boy. Let it go. Yeah. It's gone. Eddie, you're a good boy. Will Eddie open it by himself, Laurie? Kids, step back a little so they can watch. Step right over here. Oh. And he's getting excited, I think. Look at him. Oh, boy. Let's give him one, Father Paul.
Opening and milk bones.
All right, Eddie.
Look at Eddie. Look, his tongue is hanging out.
Easy. Easy. Easy.
Good boy. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to have you come up and give to Laurie what you have here, all these beautiful cards, and then Laurie, you're also going to share them with Sherry. So Sherry, we want you to share in these cards too, okay? From the kids.
Can we get
Come on up here, Sherry.
so we can get a picture with all of you?
Yes,
Let's go this way.
there we go. Look, there's even a stuffed animal. It's a German Shepherd puppy. Can we hold on a minute? Eddie's got an itch. He's okay now. Okay, so, attention everybody. So we're going to leave these cards and gifts with Sherry and Laurie. And Sherry, thank you for making this possible. That Eddie is our friend as well as the police, but you made it happen. Thank you for that. And thanks for helping to set up the birthday party, Sherry. Thank you. And the cake. All the cake. Oh, Sherry, you reminded me, all of the kids get a special birthday cake for lunch, don't they? They don't even know it. How about that? Thank you. So, we got hot dogs, we got potato chips, we got special drinks, and we have cake. That's Eddie's cake to share with everybody.
All right, let's sing. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.